Hi, my name is Robert, and I have social anxiety. This video is not easy for me to make. I've been sitting here for like an hour, about hitting the start button. But we might as well do this awkward, because since I am awkward. Uh, Now, before I get into my social anxiety, I just want to say one thing, though. That one thing I do not like is when people tell me, oh, well, if you have something wrong with you, uh, go get help. Go see a therapist. Take medication. I don't want none of that. But I know that gets brought up every time. Because people without social anxiety do not understand normally. Some might, but a lot of them do not. They don't get it. Because they don't have it. So they don't understand what is going through the mind of someone who has it. Now, social anxiety is one of those things where you know your fears are irrational. You know they don't make any sense. You know there's no reason for me to be scared of what I'm scared at. I can say that right now, but that does not make them go away. That doesn't make it any easier. I self diagnosed myself somewhere in the middle 2000s. I think I Googled, why am I scared of everything? And there was a site talking about anxiety, social anxiety, and fears and phobia in general. And you might think, well, maybe I put the thoughts of anxiety into my head because I was reading about them. But that's not the case either, because I had those same fears before I self diagnosed myself as I do now. Some people have really, really bad anxiety. Like that, some people just can't even leave the house. They can't go to the store. They're afraid of everything. I can go to the store. I can go outside. Sometimes I choose not to because I'm lazy and I like addicted to watching YouTube videos all the time. I don't really want to go out anywhere. I think I leave the house once a week, once every 2 weeks, and that's about it. Now, lately I've been babysitting, helping, babysit a friend's kid during when he's in school. So I might leave the house more often when he goes back to school. Besides that, I don't leave the house much. I probably should. I did in the past. Back when I was a little bit skinnier, I used to go hiking around here. But then I did that by myself. And that's gas money, which I don't have at the moment as well. I need to get healthier again. I started a diet recently, and it's been working. Down 15 pounds already. But I cut out soda, which is the hardest thing in the world to do. Oh my god, the hardest thing in the world to do. I can't say that it's like a drug addiction, but it feels like a drug addiction. Yeah. Uh, let's see. What was I gonna? How many things I was gonna talk about here? I wrote some bullet points here so I didn't forget things. Uh, and just because I'm opening up about my social anxiety is not going to make it go away. It does feel good to talk about it. It does. I just want people to know that I have it. Because already did this on Facebook in text form. I opened up and I told everybody who would listen. But it doesn't make it go away. It's just nice to talk about it. Uh, Man, I knew I'd forget things when I did the video. I'd be freeze up a little bit here. This video is not going to be professional. Uh, let's see, money. Yeah, I'm always broke all the time, and I never have no money. But I always hate talking about it because it always ends up bad because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know I probably need a better job. I know, I know this stuff, but I always hate bringing it up. But I'm the one sometimes who brings up, well, I'm broke all the time, and everybody's like, well, why are you broke all the time? Why don't you do something about it? It's not that easy. I wish it was easy. But it's always a topic that's brought up, and it's always a topic I'm trying to ignore. Even if they bring it up, I bring it up. It's like, oh my god, not again. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I'm not afraid to go to the store, but sometimes I'm really afraid to speak up, especially when I need something. Having to ask people for things. Sometimes I can do it and no fear at all, and sometimes I freeze up. Depends on the situation. Depends on if it's a large crowd or not. So, sometimes these fears can go away for a while. Sometimes I'll go out there and not have any fears at all. Then they come back again. They always come back again. Making important phone calls is one of the worst in the entire world, I tell you. There have been times where I've gotten better at making important phone calls and they weren't so bad, but then I go right back into it again. Like a few weeks ago, I had to make an important phone call to a bill collector, and it wasn't as bad. I just did it, but then I had to do it again a couple weeks later, a couple months later, and I almost couldn't do it. I sat here for like almost an hour, shaking and trying to convince myself to do it, and it was not easy. Because this was a bad one too, because it was debt for my credit card, and the letter said, I had so many days to call them, or either they're going to send it to a debt collector, or take me to court. It didn't say which one. It didn't say court, but legal action. They didn't say which one they'd do though. It just said one or the other, and I debated forever in even calling them. Like, should I call them? Should I just take a chance that it goes to a collections agency? I waited to the very last day to call them too, and I almost couldn't do it. I almost could not do it. I almost just had to. I was almost going to take my chances on things, but going to court would be just as bad as calling them, if worse. So I called them. Let's see here. Driving, I've gotten better at over the years. Because I had a car accident when I was younger, and I was still in high school, not too long after I got my license. I did something bad. I was actually getting brave, which was a bad thing, because I was spinning my tires. I learned how to spin my tires, so I was thinking I was cool now. I was showing off. I was never the cool kid. I was always the one picked on all the time. And I was spinning around the corners and spinning my tires. And my friend was with me. Might as well just tell the whole story now. And I went around the corner and I lost control. And this was a house that was on the corner, fenced in. And I crashed into the fence. And I crashed right into their central air unit right on the side of their house. Probably I was inches away from their house. And my friend, I think, panicked and had to be home or he'd get in trouble. So he doesn't even stick around. He jumps out of the car and starts running for his life. I'm thinking, why is he running? Is it going to explode? So I get out and I start running for my life. Then he turns around and says, no, you got to stay there. I just have to get home. And he didn't say anything. He just started running. I think I scared the shit out of him. But then I lied to my mother, though, because I told her that I was so scared of the punishment that I said my foot slipped. And since I said my foot slipped, I was going to have to fight it in court. Oh my God, that was the worst thing in the world. Having to stand in front of a judge. And because my friend was in the car, he had to be called to court as well. And then my friend told his dad what happened, and his dad was one of those kind of guys that said, you got to tell the truth and you cannot lie. So my friend told my lawyer the truth, that that my foot didn't slip, that I was skidding around the corner. But luckily my lawyer made a plea deal, so I still got off on it though. But man, standing in front of that judge, I couldn't remember 2 words that he said. I was so scared and frightened. I was even frightened when my lawyer was talking to me. And he just said, he's going to say some things. Just say yes to each of them. And that's all I did. That's all I did. I just said yes to each of them. I don't remember any of the words out of the judge's mouth. I was so frozen in fear. I almost pissed myself, but I just said yes to everything. So I was scared to drive for a few years after that. And if I was in anybody else's car and they were driving too fast, they were going around a corner too fast, I was having panic attacks for a while. I was holding on where I was going to crash again, and I was scared to death. But my mother sent me, after I graduated school, she sent me up north close to where a couple of relatives live in the country in dirt roads. And she sent me out there with my car and told me I needed to stay out there a few weeks and learn to drive again. So that's what I did. I still hated driving, though, for a long time. Because when I did finally meet someone, my ex, I made her do all the driving. And we moved down here to Tennessee, I still did all the driving. She did all the driving. But when we finally got divorced, then I started to have to do the driving myself. I still do not like driving on the highway. I still freeze up if I have to change lanes in traffic. But I've gotten a lot better. Now I cut people off left and right and I don't care. Let's see. Oh yeah. The one thing I didn't want to talk about, but I'll talk about, is that since I have social anxiety, I cannot ask girls out in public. It will never ever happen. Never ever, 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 ever. I do not have enough courage to do that. They would have to ask me out, which is never going to happen. But, so I haven't been with anybody in over 15 years. When 2010 came around and I started my YouTube channel, and I started my complete addiction with video game collecting, I stopped caring about being lonely anymore. I wasn't lonely anymore. I was collecting video games. I was making my YouTube videos that took up all my time. Made all these friends, Hunter, Tyler, Sam, Mitch, Cheeseman. We were doing all those nightly chats every night. I had no interest in girls anymore for a while. But recently I've been finally starting to get lonely again. A little bit. Just a little bit. But that complicates things because I don't want a relationship. I want like a casual relationship. Relationships scare me because I am not a person who is financially set. I'm not one of those people that wants to be tied down. I'm not that caring of a person. I'm not a I love you kind of person. I'm not a let's buy you gifts kind of person. I'm going to just say, hey, let's hang out, let's watch a movie, let's listen to some music, let's play some video games, and maybe have some fun, but that's it. You go home, and I go home. And that's going to be hard to find, as well as not being too afraid to find someone trying to find someone who would want that too. I'll probably be lonely for the rest of my life. Even though recently I have tried putting up some ads on some of those sites, but it's not really going so well so far. Who knows? Plus that frightens me as well because I'm too afraid to hook up again. I'm scarred, which is a long story in itself. The anxiety would get to me. I'm shaking just thinking about it. Let's change the subject. Let's see. That's all I really want, though. Mainly, besides fooling around, is someone to watch movies with, listen to records with. That's all I want out of life. I had someone to listen to records with, but he moved out. Because my latest addiction is no longer video games. I don't collect video games anymore. I gave that up. Now I collect records. That's my thing. Music is my thing. I like almost all music except for country. Country's, I can only listen to barely a few songs in that genre. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Yeah, I kind of stopped making YouTube videos. It's just not my thing anymore. I'm more of a Twitch streamer these days. And, and I haven't even been doing that lately. I haven't made a video. I haven't streamed in like a month now. I quit Twitch a lot. Most of the times I quit because my anxiety. I'm stressed out because of bills. When I get stressed out because of bills, then I can't enjoy anything. I can't enjoy playing video games. I just cannot enjoy it. And when I can't enjoy it, then I can't stream. Because a lot of times when I stream, there are chances that no one's going to watch. It happens a lot. Sometimes I got to stream for an hour or two before someone tunes in. And if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, it's like, why am I doing it? Sometimes, I just can't, sometimes I just can't get that popularity. It's not easy on Twitch. It's not easy on YouTube. But I find streaming a lot more fun than making videos. I kind of got sick of making videos. If you noticed, my latest videos are just highlights from Twitch. But I might stream again, I just don't know when. I'm still stressed out right now. Lately, I found the anxiety section over on Reddit, and that's been a lot of fun. Besides the stuff I've been posting, I've been trying to give other people advice. You would think this would help me get rid of my anxiety, but it doesn't. Sometimes it almost makes it worse. It's like I'm happy I'm giving these people advice, and I feel good about it, but it doesn't make the anxiety go away. But I still feel good about myself, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm glad I found that place, though. Let's see. I have it open in a tab here. It's or Reddit/r/social anxiety. So if you have social anxiety, I'm not expecting this video to help anybody, but you should go to r/r/social anxiety. That's a nice place. People are nice. People are helpful. This video is probably gone on long enough. So I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I have lots of stories I can tell, but I probably should save those for future videos if I make the future videos. I've already been telling these stories in text form in Facebook and or the social anxiety forum. I could make videos about them, but I don't know if I will or not. I probably have a lot more things I could talk about and say, but we'll just leave it at that. I'm not stressed out all the time. Oh, and you probably noticed that I'm on camera finally. If it wasn't for Hunter, my old roommate Hunter, I probably would still be hiding behind the camera. Because that's one of the reasons why I never wanted to be in front of the camera. Hell, I was afraid to do my first YouTube video. If you go back and watch my first YouTube video, I'm talking real slow, like I'm nervous to even have my voice be heard by anybody. And then I did show myself twice in a couple videos, but they were like at the end of videos that no one really watched. So like maybe not even half a dozen people have probably seen me show my face in those videos. But finally, when my roommate Hunter was here, Hunter is I am the retro gamer, and also the Zohan gamer. We became friends. He was one of the ones doing the chats, and he moved in with me for like a year. And he's like, if you wanna get on camera, I can do it with you. You don't have to, but if you want to. And it was actually my own decision. I said, okay. One morning I got up and said, today's going to be the day. So I've been on camera ever since on Twitch. And some people have noticed that when I've exported my videos over from Twitch. A couple people have commented seeing me. I never wanted to be seen. And I still find it awkward doing this right here. Even though I sit here and do this on Twitch, but the focus is usually not on me, it's on the game. I'm just over in the corner. Right now the focus is on me. And it's really awkward. I'm doing it. I'm going to upload this. It's already done. When I'm playing games, I don't feel awkward. If I'm playing a game, I'm not going to act all shaky like I am right now. Not even close. I have a lot more confidence when I'm streaming and I'm playing games. Okay, that's the end of this video. So, I hope I help someone. If I don't, I just want people to know that I have it. That is all.